Hey all, just loading up here. So when I last left off, I started to conquer the United Empire over here, and we managed to conquer the pirates up here next to the Hissho. They had taken the Hissho homeworld up here in Metakara, and eventually Ursa, but I came in and wiped out both of the fleets that are around here, and now all that's left is these like two little Hissho planets, and they're basically very poor. And then of course there's everyone else. It looks like the Sheridan are slowly mopping up the amoeba, so they may be a threat soon. But for now, I'm at peace with them and everyone else basically. Research-wise, I plan to pick up a couple things over here. And the gas giant conversion thing over here. The hero technology up here, and then this planetary exploitation technology over here. I may pick up more from all the stuff, but I'm actually going to be starting to focus on the military very soon, since I've got the ships. I've got all the ships basically available to my faction. And now it's time to start thinking about what ships to build and how to upgrade my current ships. My main goals for ships, by the way, is I want to get up to lepton manipulation, entangled systems, and positron containment. All these systems will give me lots and lots of, well, basically they're the final weapons that you can get for your ships, and I want to and the final defenses for them. And I want to have them just sort of have my ships like layouts ready and all that. So yeah, that's like, what we'll be doing in the near future. We'll worry about it when we get to it, but for now, the main goals for this episode, I actually want to take Fidus, I want to take Sweden, and I possibly want to wipe out the Hissho if they're not allied to anyone. Right now, they're still allied to the amoeba, so I'll wait for that alliance to break. I don't know how long that alliance is, sadly, but hopefully it'll break soon. Eventually, CPUs like to break alliances with each other and yourself, so. Alright, well, that's like, recap and all that. Let's go with, military. I've got new ships, and it's time to, start designing them. And I want to actually think about the old ships, too. The Scout here, let's just look at this quickly. So, modifying the Scout. He has a support module right here, the Scout module, and it basically increases accuracy on weapons for the ship, and basically lets you see fire. It's also got the engines. I can actually increase the engines, and it actually would increase the fleet movement as well. Increase scout for more accuracy too. So that's like 25 and 30. I want to actually look at this. So if I wanted to make like a new ship and I have the rock available, if I want to like put engines on them, you'll see it costs 130. So engines on these big capital ships like are just huge. So don't really care about the engines. The Scout, not too much. I can put on a Scout. It's got enough tonnage space I can afford to put that on for the accuracy boost and a little safe range as well. He is, of course, a fighter and bomber specialist type of vehicle. So what I want to do with this guy, we're going to put at least 2 fighters on him and 2 bombers. And I'm going to leave these guys balanced. The reason for leaving these guys balanced is that I'm getting into the part of the game where I'm going to be like invading systems, and this little contribution of the fighters and bombers will help with invasions as well as battles. So this will be like, a mixed support ship. I want to have a bit of armor. That'll increase the HP and the defenses. And then we want to start laying on a few of the defenses here. So put on a couple kinetics. Let's look at the accuracy. So missiles like the least accurate weapons. I'll actually put on a bunch of missiles. I like using missiles, and change these around. So right now he's got 0.9 accuracy. It's been changed to medium range. This is still 1 accuracy. It's that's just basically how these weapons are made. So that's like just a basic layout of weapons: bit missiles, bit beams, and connects. Let's add a little bit of defenses, a little bit of connects. We'll do a bunch of shields for them. It seems like a lot of these guys have lots of shields, right? So that's a fairly decent layout, I think, for that. And I always like to put tonnage on these like big capital ships, like the biggest ones, because the like cost is very low compared to like the cost of the ship. It's not a whole lot more, but it's generally enough that you can get like something out of it. Now, I actually wouldn't mind having a power upgrade, but it looks like I'm just a little bit under what I need. So what I might do is we'll bump down something. There we go, I picked that up. And I can bump up connects. And there we go, that's like a one of my capital ships made. It's got itself a power module for a little bit more max damage and weapons and all that. It's got a scout for more accuracy. So this is a very accurate ship. It's got a little bit of armor. It's got some fighters and all that. And we'll call this guy command ship, because that's what he is. He's a command. So there's like the biggest ship made. Now I want to start upgrading all the little ships too. We'll go with the mechanic first, I guess. So the mechanic, I set him up just to be like, you know, he could have, you know, support on him, but I'm not really making him do that, and I don't think we'll bother making him have that, and that's a sort of support. You notice I have a little bit more tonnage now. How I'm getting more tonnage? There's actually a couple reps in the researching for sciences that you can actually increase the amount of tonnage for your ships. I could also do with this, but again, that's like, you know, the cost isn't relative very good for the amount I'm getting for it, so I'm not going to bother with that. We'll stick to upgrading the stuff over here, basically. So this guy, he's made to be like sort of like, he gets stronger as he goes along, I guess. So let's put on a beam and a kinetic. And that'll be good for him. So upgrade mechanic ship. I'm actually getting to the point where I don't really care about the fighters being on these warriors anymore. Fighters are kind of interesting, but on these like little support ships, you're actually going to eventually find you don't have the room for these fighters, because they'll actually start to take up more space. There's special slots for your ships, and the Corvette or the Hawk in this case for the Hissho, they will always have only one space, and that's generally going to start to run out of space eventually. We'll keep the fire for now, but eventually what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to tell you now, we're going to change it to point defense on these guys, and I'll bump up the defenses on these guys. I suppose for now though, I want to keep these guys, you know, constantly getting upgraded. He is like, you know, this is a support character at this point. We'll make it so he survives, basically. So we'll put this on, and I'll put this on. And that's a little bit more defense for him. So that's the warrior done. You're always going to be modifying these ships, by the way. You'll see the CPUs have like warrior 14 or whatever else, just because they've been constantly upgrading their ships. The carrier will still carry bombers, even regardless of whether I do anything else, just because it's good to have. It's got the support slots for it, and that's what, you know, I like to make them for. For the other stuff, I'm actually tempted to dump engines on these ships. The evade wouldn't hurt it. I mean, this guy has less weapons than the other ships. I would have to dump a little bit to get it, though. Quite a bit. Actually, I could just dump you down to this. There we go, there's like an engine on these carriers now. So they're now a little bit faster, and that should pump up fleet movement on them and give them a little bit of evasion, which is good too. To be honest, I actually don't really care about having so much deflect on these guys. I wonder if I could change that to something else. The main thing though is that there's really nothing to change it to. Suppose I could do that. So a little bit more beam. He's got a decent layout, this guy. So here's the carrier 2, who's been upgraded now. That leaves the siegecraft be upgraded in the near future, and I can actually upgrade it now, so we'll do that. We'll just put on extra siege, and he's good to go. So there's like a new array of ships. I could try and make like a condor so I can like target bombs and stuff. I might do that. I'll just do it just to do it. Maybe we'll build one too. So we'll put a bomb on this. This is like reduced for him, so it's not really going to benefit me. I'm going to make this like a combat ship, but I'll put it there for now just to have it there. We'll put point defense on this guy. I'll put fighters on him. And we'll give him some armor. And we'll just array of weapons, I guess, on this guy. I'll put this here, that there. Do it like this. We'll give him one long-range missile, one beam, and we'll just go bunch of connects. Maybe we can do that a little bit better. There. So now he's got, a sort of close combat type of idea for him, if he somehow survives that long. I could put troops on this guy theoretically, or I could put, other stuff, but I generally don't like using these, like, second-tier capital ships, because if you look at the cost of, like, the Falcon or the Hawk, it's so much less. The first thing is I'll just create this guy. We'll call this, Overlord, why not? This is going to be a tribute to Zerg in the StarCraft universe. But if I go back into this, you'll see like the Hawk is like 40, the Falcon's 40, compared to like these guys which are 4 times as much. It may not seem like a whole lot in the long run, but it's still a little bit. And these things are like even more cost, though they give, if you notice that the HP in these ships, they go up dramatically. Like you get a lot of HP on the bigger ships. But to say it again, I like to keep invading type of ships on the Hawk or the Falcon here. Preferably, I like to make the Falcon do much of the invading because he's got 2 specialized slots for it. And let's look at the siegecraft. The siegecraft is like the same as a scout here. I don't really care, about siege, but it's piling on a siege, and that's all I'm doing for this guy. The scout here, I don't think we need the scout anymore, so you know what? We're actually going to do something. We'll remove this. So, are you sure you want to destroy ships based on design command not to be retrofit anymore? So basically what happens is, all the scout ships are now obsolete. I may still have them in my, if I had them, but if I had any, I couldn't upgrade them or anything. They're just basically trash that you're throwing around. So, you know what? Just to get out of the way, I'm actually going to pick this up. This is like the next tier, I guess, of invading. And it'll also give me access to this, which is really nice for like defenses on defenses if you're going for that. And on my capital ships, it'll be good. Leviathan, select launch a ship of this size means you now, more than ever, can project your will across the constellation of the galaxy. So the big ship is now available. I'm actually tempted to send these guys out to start sitting on these places, so that's what we're going to possibly do. But I probably should send 3 of those guys down to him when I get the chance, so we'll wait for that, I guess. I don't really need to play it safe on normal difficulty, I don't think, but I'm just doing it because I like to be safe. And I'm slowly building this place up. I probably should change bees sooner than later at the rate he's populating his place, so let's go this. He's actually got, I think I already researched that moon, but he had Endless Wonder on one of these. Production, and nothing. So let's start burning through turns, because it's probably been long enough not burning through any turns. Yep, these guys have finally gotten here. And apparently I'm being attacked by a single solitary cruiser with lots of beam defense. Let's see, defense, defense, defense. So he's gone. Now these guys up here have arrived, so I can merge them. And I actually have a lot of money, if you haven't noticed already. This more or less happens at the end of the game. You'll get a lot of money at the end of the game. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to start upgrading these ships if needed be. I don't think I have to upgrade any of these ships, but for the most part, I have the option to upgrade my ships if I want to. Well, he can't because he's on a friendly star system, but most of these other guys are. Like you are. You are. Retrofit will actually go up, by the way, I think, depending on how much you're retrofitting the ships, too. If there's like a lot of retrofits going on, then it costs a lot. But we won't worry about just yet. Good. So I got the gas giant transformation thing. That's something I can do, by the way, and I'll probably go into it in a moment. You're conquered, and you just built stuff for me. Let's actually try and get rid of this Kessler syndrome, I think. Or maybe I'll actually do this first. And that. And that. And I'll do this. Oh, you know what, just screw it, just kill him. Gone. So it'll take me 11 turns to conquer Sweden with all my invasion fleets here. If I actually upgrade these invasion fleets, they'll have a lot more oomph to them. And I actually see I actually have some old Seacraft in here, so I might want to upgrade them soon. You know, I'm actually thinking the Amoeba might not break the alliance with the Hissho because they're doing so badly against the Sheridan that they need the extra help. Just a thought. Like, if I go in here, these guys are getting beaten back by the Sheridan guy right here. Or maybe it's just the automatons now. Maybe they're at war, now they're not. One of the automatons will come over here and start beating up on this guy. No, there's something I can do, by the way. I can actually join this guy in an alliance with these guys. That would set me a war of the automatons, and that, you know, see a cold war of these guys. But it's something I could do, and then this guy might be less inclined to attack people other than the automatons who won't be allied at all. They love to pile on, by the way. If the CPUs see someone who's weak, they will go after him for a piece of the pie. It's slowly building at the moment. It's going to be a lot of building. Ah, good. Aquarius and Regulus are done. Yeah, I can give you one titanium. Now, I guess I should actually send up something up here. So you know what? Here's what I'm thinking of doing. We're going to go... Let's build a couple warriors for them up there. And Aquarius down here can just start making more ships for these guys. So 1, 2, 7, 9, I guess it is. So let's build 9. It'll take 4 turns, but whatever. Looks like FedEx is done building stuff, which is nice. Very nice. That's an Ursa. That's also an Ursa. Good, you're upgrading. Let's give you a bit more of this. Now most of these places have started to research, which is fine. I want to get the research flying in here, basically. Blow them up. You think that the CPU would possibly learn a little bit, but they just don't have very good strategies yet. They'll probably update these CPUs that have better and better strategies like they did with the last update. Last update they're just horrid at getting their ships destroyed. Now they're doing a little bit better at least. So I have a new thing to build. I should actually start building it. It's basically improved production for the amount of people living in your plants, so I definitely want to make use of it. You're fine. Build you after. Some of these places will take a while to build this stuff, but it's fine. This is a good way of going through my systems, just to, you know, do a quick check. See where everything's at. Or did you? You are going to go up to Ursa. Alright, so we got ourselves a large gas helium in here. You'll note that I have the ability to transform plants. I can actually change this tundra into something else if I want to. And it also goes for this gas giant here too. Or I could change it into, you know, methane, hydrogen, or the other stuff. Though I think I'll actually keep it as it is for science, because science is actually kind of important. I might actually want to make this Arctic. So here's what I'm actually going to do. We're going to go like this. We're going to change this guy into an Arctic transformation, which will actually take a little bit of time, but it's fine. And we'll do this to it. And that will make it so that I have, you know, a nice little sciencey place. Zork is much the same way. Well, sort of. I like Terran plants a lot better than I like Arctic plants. We'll go like this. I think we'll change this one to a desert. And this guy's goal is to be more financial district, Zorak. I like to make these like little one plant type areas, like into just support my empire type of ideas. I need a resource to apparently unlock that. That's all. Interesting. I wonder if I'm going to get that soon. Quadrant Nix. Okay, that's a little bit far. But that's why I need to unlock that wonder right there. If I want to. Oh well. One little plant isn't really going to help my empire that much, so let's change him to something else. Let's go Arctic. We'll change him to this. And that'll be it, basically. He'll be changed into a scientific center. Barons are also scientific plants. You know, Areds are actually really nice, though. How these plants go, there's certain classes for them. And you basically have jungle, ocean, and terran plants, which are like the tier 1 plants, and then you have like tier 2, which are arid and tundra. Then you have tier 3, which are barren, lava, and desert. And then after that you have tier 4, which are like asteroids and gas giants. And you know, these are desirable depending on like how you want to have your systems made. Arid are actually really desirable. As you can see, it has more population, even though this is a larger planet, because Arids are more livable. I need adamantians for that. How that's closer. Reaching Incinerate right now. Do I have any more wonders in my empire? I think it's just the 2 wonders at this point I have. Nothing there. So it's just a quick overview of my empire. I guess we won't be doing a whole lot this episode except looking at my planets and just sort of getting a bearing on like how my my stuff will be built. For the most part, I think I'll leave some of these plants alone for a moment, and then we'll get back to them. Okay, so up here, I want to get more production going as soon as possible, and this might be a better way of doing it. Then you. Notice that the approval is just damn low, and it's not really just because it's a Conqueror's Sandalwood, but it's more so expansionist rule is really killing me in the planets as well. So you know what, we actually have to go for this first. Now these guys aren't happy because they were conquered, which makes more sense. Empty on there, so this guy's already done. Let's get hydro sequencing. Then we'll get you. And bing, 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 bing. And bing, because it's a trade world, or capital world rather. And you're of course developing, so all my plants now have something to do. They're all getting better. I still have, you know, space in some of these fleets for you, so I'll send ships down here in free stages to fill up the fleets, all 3 of them. We may be only capturing Soida in this episode, I guess, which is just fine, I guess, for doing something. I've actually done a lot more in this episode, even though I haven't really played many turns. And that sort of happens in these like 4X games. You take one turn and do a whole lot of stuff all at once, because it's like an important turn. They will give me, or they will want solar verification for resources. I'm just going to refuse them. You know, at this point, I don't really care if they dislike me for it, and I'll go here. So, due to the proposition refusal, you didn't like me as much for it. And that's something, you know, that didn't happen. Now, is it you who I made the, cooperation? Yeah, so this guy I've got the cooperation agreement with. And, oh, cool. So I can look at all my deals. So I have a cooperation agreement with them, I have open borders with these guys, and then the rest are with you. But I'm getting pretty, pissed off at the automatons just constantly asking for stuff. I mean, these guys did do that a little bit with, like, a couple things, but these guys have been constantly going, give me stuff, give me stuff. It's getting annoying. They caught me on a bad day. Pick those both up. I kind of like how now it's made at the moment. I'll go like this. Of course, builds a couple more ships. The automatons finally broke a deal, it's fine. I guess I'll send them both in one wave at this point. Nice, I got more antimatter. Having 4 antimatter gives me a monopoly on them, which makes it basically reduce the cost of antimatter modules. By the way, how this all works, you get monopolies for all this stuff, like, 4% ship attack, blah, blah, blah. I just want to have 4% invasion. You want to have your resources like to get these bonuses. You're slowly getting up there. Looks like the Hissho are invading this guy right here. Wow, he's only got a little bit of invasion. I think he's invading with just fighters and bombers, probably. Or maybe it's blockading. No, it looks like he's invading it. It's got a ring around it. Just to look at it. You can actually tell how well you're invading a planet by not just like, your turn count, but rather this little ring here. You see a red and a green? That's like how far do I have to go to conquer it. So this guy's got full orange right now. He's being invaded by this guy. Maybe 99999 he might have no effect, but I don't know yet just yet. We'll have to see if it goes to blue at all. And it doesn't look like it's going blue at all, so this guy's not got enough invasion force to take correct. Very nice, I have adaptive glue. And I serve a Siderite. I possess 4 Siderite. What does this all give me? So it's like this gives me like improved production on my planets, but it also gives me reduced stuff, all this stuff. Siderite's really nice. Glad I found it. What am I doing with you now? I can get that. Nope. I Hissho fleet's there. Hopefully to bounce these guys out. Send all these guys down at once. I'll actually break off a tuple. And he's setting up fleet, and he has a fleet. Let's do repair again. Gone. Six more turns before I take Soiden. Merge and merge. He broke that deal, that's fine with me. Ursa is got rid of the Kessler syndrome, which is nice. We'll get these next. We'll boot these guys out one more time. Notice I merged his fleets. I think like that's 2 fleets right there. He merged them both. Now they're gone. I'm actually a little bit concerned about Soyden here, but not that concerned. We're just going to do this now. I'll send this guy down here, and I'm going to send this guy down to here, and we're going to just basically land these guys here to start invading those systems. I'll send this guy up here, and then we'll start doing the same to Fidus. So very mechanical invasion right now for me. By the way, has anyone noticed how big the Phoenix or of influence is? I think there might be... Oh, no there isn't. I guess it's just normal amount of radius for influence. Hooray! I've got planetary exploitation from some more dust. Okay, you're gonna start invading. And apparently this guy's gonna invade it in a... Wow, it's a hero fleet again. Look at the missiles on that goes. Jeez, missiles. Well, if there's a lot of missiles, these guys are not too bad against missiles, I don't think. Oh, they kind of suck against missiles. You smarten up and they put a lot of missiles. Let's put sabotage. We'll go with offense locked. And then we'll go engineering if they somehow survive that long. These guys might die here, but we'll see. Let's watch this battle. This will be interesting battle. So there's my fleet. Or maybe that's his fleet. He did attack me, so yeah, it's probably that way around. There's his fleet. Okay, so there's his missiles coming around. He's gonna really hurt. These missiles, like, you know, they don't know what damage to do to me. Here they are coming in the reverse. Oh, he missed it a bunch of times, I think. I only lost 1 ship. Or maybe... No, it's the other way around. I'm kicking his ass, I think. There's his missiles again. He's taking lots of damage. And I'm not. Amazingly enough. It looks like his missiles are really missing me. And this is something I know about the Hissho. You have a lot more accuracy. Oh, he's getting the hits in. Now we should kill him. He doesn't have the ship forces to keep fighting at this point. There goes another ship. My fire is just ripping through him. One more ship to go. Oh, he survived. I blurred most of the fleet though. I lost a mechanic. Obviously at the bottom there. I wonder what I lost. Now I'm being attacked here. He's got beams, beams, beams and missiles, beams. So another beam type of ship. Let's defense, defense, and repair. And let's watch this battle too, I guess. It's been a while since I started watching these battles, and it's actually looking like they're actually battles, not just, you know, one side over juggernauting the other. There's his fleet. There we go. There's my fighters just ripping into him again. Well, he didn't survive very long. I thought I might put up a fight, but I didn't really put up a fight. So there's the battle results. I lost 2 mechanics, but I managed to cripple pretty much his entire fleet here. He's only got 1 ship left. You know what? We're actually going to go here now. Since I have the opportunity to build a big ship, let's build one. We'll build a command ship to replace the lost command points. Actually, I could attack him, so let's do that. He's still only missiles, so let's just do it like... Actually, all these guys are fully healed based, so let's do this. Do it again like that. I don't expect him to survive, so we'll just... Yeah, he's gone in the first go. Bye-bye! Okay, there's Koshab being invaded. So he's starting to pick up the techs that I have, I think, and he's putting them on new ships. It's taken him a while, but you know. Gone. So again, I'll send this guy up here. And looks like the Hissho managed to wipe out the invading fleet there. And now these guys are up here, having fun, hanging out. Used to have some mechanics, but now it's a bunch of warriors in there too. And I'm changing this guy around still. And by the way, blockading this guy like all over the place is really crippling him. Just in case you don't really realize that yet. They don't do very well when you like just put a bunch of stuff on him like this. So he wants siderite for titanium. And you want antimatter for eating incense. Or he's going to give me the incense for antimatter. Let's do that, why not? We'll try and be friendly with the amoeba, since they're having a hard time of it, I guess, with the Sheridan. And we'll possibly start conquering down here, in this direction, and then we'll take them last. Plus they have the cooperation agreement, and let's go with that sort of idea. He's sending one more fleet, so I don't gotta worry about that, but invade there. So yeah, blockading all these systems. Every time you blockade them, you hurt their approval, and you stop them from trading. So if this guy's trading, or if he is trying to transfer his resources out, this is really going to cripple him. He only has like 1 titanium, and if I was like to put it on both these places, he wouldn't be able to build his cruisers at all, for example. And those are like the type of things that I can do. Same with like, you know, if I was to block his antimatter, he won't be able to build like laser-based vessels. So it's really crippling him. Eventually he won't be able to build anything. He'll just, you know, fall over. Looks like I got the last 2 techs, so it's time to start thinking about what else I'm going to get. I want to... And that's okay. But that's better. This thing will, you know, help my fleet. So that's really good, worth getting. I actually want to get this first, though. I want this stuff right here. More luxury resources. And let's go... Ding, 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 ding in that direction. Then we'll go bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. 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 I guess I get that too. So, I got Futuristic Game Theory. This actually increases my cap on my, I can actually get 2 more heroes if I want to, basically. You only have 3 at the start, but as soon as you start picking up the technology, you can get more. When I think I'm being called. Alright, where were we? I was actually being called, so I had to go answer that. Anyhow, I now have a hero cap. I can look at these guys. I got a corporate commander here who I could take. Got a nice little mix of everything here. Commander Adventure, she's not a bad person to take. And you got you, you're a Minister Commander. Let's actually hire you just to have you around and start, you know, pushing her up. We'll dump her on this fleet, perhaps. And you can battle these guys. So she instantly boosts up the offensive capabilities of his fleet. But she's not like, you know, as good as my other hero. But now she's, you know, better. She's gained a couple levels, so we'll dump her into what we want to get here. Commanders have a whole lot more fleet-specific things that they can do. Leeching wouldn't be a bad thing, nor would science. Let's get assailant, I think. And then you got dust warheads. So dust warheads are one of the things that you can get. It basically boosts up your missiles, so that's really good to get for her. Because, you know, my ships are missile based. You are done building up here, which is good. Let's actually go with this now. And Tech Seeker, you can move on to Ursa, I think. That's what I want to do with you. And all this is basically done already. Boink. Don't want that. Boink, 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 and boink. Get all that from me, please. I'm actually tempted to change this all to like building stuff right in there. That'd be a good idea, I think. Actually, what I should do, since I have this available, let's build 1 Overlord, 1 command ship, 3 mechanics. That's 4, 8, 12, and I think I have 16 command cap, right? So I can get a couple warriors and a couple carriers. And we'll just, you know, have that as like a sort of like backup fleet up here. That's pretty much what I want to do. Have fleets get purchase from the guys up here. Okay, you arrive, so you get to die. Just die. I also looked at the recording in between those few seconds I was gone, by the way. So we're just going to take Sweden, I think, and we'll be good there. We'll move you down to here now, I guess. He's actually sending guys out over here. And command ship. Go here. Oh, someone's coming here. So Matarka's going to start building that stuff. Guess I should have left Tech Seeker there, but whatever. I want to make him develop the planets faster. That's more important for me. Good. What else can you get? Don't need trade routes. Bonuses, don't really care about those. Let's get Malini. Why not? Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. Beam, 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 missile, beam, 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 missiles. So lots of missiles on these guys. Let's do what? Let's get weapon damage. One moment, being called again. Just being told my recording has to end soon, and I wasn't planning to make this recording more than an hour. Alright, so let's just, let's watch this battle, I guess. Load, load, load. So there we are. I actually kind of wish you could speed this part up a little bit. A couple of my guys are actually damaged. And I don't have repairs going on. I wonder if I'm actually doing this a little bit wrong. We'll see. I don't think I'll have trouble beating this guy up, but... Okay, he's going to try and bait my first shots. I'm doing no... Yeah, I'm doing lots more damage, basically, with tactics here. Forgot to change the camera posture or whatever. Look at all that damage he's taken. He's trying to evade me again. Couple fighters pass bys. I think I'm actually repairing faster than he is. Okay, he's gone. So there's another battle watched. That was a complete massacre. I might have trouble, but I didn't. Okay, you can deal with them. Just repair, I guess. Very nice. You got a couple more points. Let's I'm actually tempted to go with veteran, I think. It's veteran I need, right? I need to get to veteran 3. Or veteran 1, then high constitution. No, veteran 2 is what I want. So let's get a couple of veterans, and I can get this next for her. They're gone. You're leveling. You're already leveled. And Kerr's already managed to build this. Very nice. And we'll leave you be for now. So these guys are now on top of each other. You can see that this adds a massive amount of boost, but it takes a lot of command points to do it. And fleet down here to get blown apart. Just kill it. And he's setting up something here apparently. Or he's already sent something here. Just kill it, please. This is where I got attacked apparently. Bye-bye. And one more turn and we'll take Sweden. Wow. So I got that. And you're getting stronger. All these resources, very nice. So we took off Sweden. Sweden's been taken. It's fallen into my clutches. Build that, please. These are like... This is a really, really awesome system to have. I want to attempt to go with this. Or this. Let's actually go with this next, and then that. And then we'll go with this. I should do that moon survey sooner than later, but whatever. This one too. Pick up this, pick up that, and that'll be good enough for me, I think, for this area. So, these guys are available to go wherever I want them to. I'm actually going to send these guys here. Actually, wonder. Let's send these guys. Well, I did that wrong. Well, one of them stayed there, but I sent both of them there by accident. Well, these guys will go here, I guess. And you'll go down there. Guess I decide how that's going to go. Looks like there's guys here now. It's going to take a couple turns. I plan to check my siege ships in a moment. Since I was doing so much ship stuff in this episode, I might as well finish off with that. Basically, there's one more invasion thing to look at here. Alright. Seems he's done. They're getting invaded. You're here to die. You're obviously here to die. Actually, stop me from sabotaging the missiles. Next time. Nope. Alright, got it. So let's go in here and I'll just look at that. So when I'm making these ships, you know, I like to design them so that they can be as good as I need to. Something to note here, though, if you usually assume that as they get better, they just get better. So if I go here and if I go here, which one's going to be better is the thing. If you look at it, it'll actually say 15% extra invasion on ship. This is actually, I guess, the best thing you can have. But this can sometimes be better too. You know, depending on how many of these you put in here. I've got like it all on as like, you know, all invasion. But if I add like only one, this would probably be better. So if you're making like a more universal ship, there's no reason to do it, but you could do it that way. So that's what it would be looking like if I do it like that. Or I can go like this, maybe, I guess, less. We'll do it like this, because that's like the best one, and this will give me the most invasion for my buck. So now this guy will have 281 siege. I can actually just make, just to show off of it. Let's just go show off. So there's show off. He's got only 2,800 siege. So those little things about the percentages, they can really change how stuff works. So there's Siegecraft 4 made. I'll be doing some more ship designing in the next episode, but for now, most of these ships are designed well enough. If I need to start, building a few more. Excellent. What I'm doing here, just before we go, I just want to bring this guy here, so, he can do the defending. I'll move up my hero. Basically, this guy's, getting flattened at this point, but any, little small fleets he sends, I'm going to send this person here to deal with them. So she can go up there. Or maybe I'll send her back here. It's not like I'm going to be invading all these systems real quick, right? So we'll take these systems first with my Siegecraft, and then she can stay here and I can pick off stuff that attacks here. Blue Cap Mold. I wouldn't mind getting Blue Cap Mold. That would give me approval on Empire. That'd be very nice to have, actually. There's a monopoly then. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Long episode. We did quite a bit. Looks like the automatons are back here to invade Kurak. I don't know if the Hissho will beat them up or not, but we'll see. Building a new fleet to join these guys up here. And in the long run, we'll be researching the military tree. I'll see what happens in the next episode. We'll probably conquer the rest of the United Empire. Take care.